but it was desperate luck. And a brilliant frame, and what a match, and what a warm, wonderful handshake, and good luck to both players. This is fantastic.
It really is. It's been played in a great sporting environment.
Thank you. The deciding frame, Mark King to break.
So the whole week comes down to this frame. Mark King to break in the decider. He could not have given it more, could he, to win 9-7. But if he's going to win his first professional title, he's going to have to do it 9-8. And we know from what we've just seen that literally anything could happen in this frame.
Well, it was really, really close, and Mark King, it's the old cliche, but really a chance is what all he would have wanted in this decider to win his first ranking title. And after that shot, which was quite close, he is in first. The tension is unbelievable. He's got his family in the front row. They're all willing him on, understandably. I hope that proves to be a source of energy. Look at those, they're absolutely loving this, but they're also incredibly tense. It's unbelievable in here.
One.
So Mark King in. Yes, it is unbelievable, but this is what happens when you name the trophy after Alex Higgins, a man who provided so much entertainment, so many thrills and spills and dramatic moments.
Well, it was a very brave shot, because I could have seen him not playing that. Now, is he on one? That's the
6
question. The two balls could be a set to the corner, the ones above the black. He's going to have a look at those. Let's have a look. Well, it's right jaw, but where the cue ball is, if it's touching the two reds, he can make that into a plant. Slightly, very slightly thicker than the potting angle if he was potting the first red, just very slightly. I think it's on. If it is on, how does he play it? Does he just plough through the reds and try to get lucky? If the reds are touching, then it's a squeeze. It's helpful if they're touching. I don't see any way he can avoid this. He's got to play it. Well, how is your luck? The answer is not great.
7.
Goodness me, in the end he just whacked it, didn't he? It's one of a more technical term for that. But he did. Now the green. Deep breath time. I think it passes the red there into its top right-hand pocket. But he'll be stretching on it. Well, that is just a brilliant shot and played with so much composure. Just floated it in.
10. Eleven.
Well, that's Mrs. Sally King. You probably guessed that by the expression on her face. It's agony watching on, isn't it? Pride, but obviously all you can really do is pray from there.
18.
That he's going to do it. He's in. That's the main thing.
Yes, and it was well weighted, that shot. With tension in the arms, always the tendency to overhit those. He must take as much time on these shots as he needs. I mean, there are so many options here. Those two reds to the right middle are both on.
25.
We know he's a tough guy. I'll tell you what, if he does win and manages not to cry, then that will be some achievement. When you consider
26.
all the years that I mentioned at the end of the last game he's put into his career and the knocks that he's had.
Yes, he's quite emotional as well, isn't he? Just generally, in the way that he plays this game. So, yep. Well, that's the flick on the red. With all those reds at his mercy, goodness me.
33.
And that was a little bit of tension, I'm sure of that. I'm surprised he played it that way. I thought he'd just run it through, but hey, this is real tension.
So the break ends at 33.
Marking 30.
Well, after what happened in the previous frame, I guess it was never going to be straightforward, was it, in the decider? Yeah, and wife and daughter still sitting in agony in the arena here. What a final it's been, and what a conclusion it's been. Up to now, we've still got the rest of this frame to go. The crowd here who bought a ticket have been royally entertained.
Well, it's another fabulous shot. Fabulous shot. So well timed. Hit it that slowly and the screw still be on the ball, the spin to hold for the black. Wonderful. He's got himself in his second time. And one good shot on the black and getting behind the next red. And he could be away here. A lot of the snooker players watching Neil Robertson, I saw put a tweet a few moments ago about the plant. They're all engrossed, as well as everybody else.
Nine.
Yes, and they're all watching Mark King get closer and closer to the winning line. We all know what a tough match player he's been all these years. Tucking in his waistcoat here because of that red. Oh, he's missed the
Marking 9.
Well, that is extraordinary. Having knocked in a red like that, I think clearly it was distracted by the issue with the waistcoat, but I didn't expect him to miss it.
Well, these players are so good that anything's potable, but the tension is so high that anything's missable. Hawkins gets his chance in the decider.
Well, a chance he probably never thought he'd have. Well, if anyone ever doubted about snooker being a game of skill, but a lot of it's what happens between the ears.
8.
What you're seeing here, Mark King has been in twice with a great chance. The tension has been apparent on one or two of his shots, and in between it, he's played some good ones.
Nine.
Of course, Hawkins was here last night. A deciding frame finish with Anthony Hamilton, where Hamilton was in, feathered the cue ball early on. It was a sickener for him. Hawkins held himself together well on that occasion.
15. $16. $23.
Well, Barry's first objective, just to get points on the board, get back into the frame before he even contemplates winning it. He's very good at that
24.
shot. There was a bit of angle on that red, but he's good at bringing the cue ball straight back, not going into the pink.
Sorry. 31.
Just hoping to come back to the table. Now the angle he's got on this, he might be able to screw him behind the two reds. Well, he would have been able to, but some of the rest. You've got to get really low on the cue ball on those shots, because you've really got to dig into the white and make things happen.
Another twist. He's not left a red on after the miscue, but it's ended the break, clearly. What is going to happen next in this final? So King 11 points in front, 3 reds on.
A clear shot at these two reds, but what can he do with them? Played the containing safety shot. He checked to see whether the red by the black went to the left middle. Safety shots into bulk, not easy with the red up there.
You almost feel like just calling it a draw. Let's go to the bar. Doesn't work like that, though.
That's actually worked out pretty well. Well, the red didn't go actually to the middle, but it was close enough to get to the far jaw and back down.
Well, they brought it all to the table here today. Skill, nerve, and also it's been played in a really sporting manner. We saw the smiles and the handshake before the decider, before this battle in the last frame.
Well, you feel that Barry might just have the advantage here with what he can achieve from this shot. Thought he could get in behind the yellow, perhaps. But even then, it looks like he's covered the right-hand red, which is significant if he has. Means Mark can't get back to where he is now. Now you see, that's quite a big deal. If he was on that one, he'd have an easy safety shot. It looks like a bit of trouble because he's got awkward cueing on the red, you can see, with the yellow there. It's going to have to be a good shot. Well, if he's covered the red to the middle bag with the blue, it is a good shot.
Well, it's past her bedtime, but she's not going anywhere until this frame's over. Just imagine Mark's dad as well, Bill, sat at home watching this, chewing at any fingernail that happens to be left. 5.5 hours they've been playing. Well, what a touch he's had there, my word. He holds his hand up.
Yeah, the difference between that rattling in the jaws and going where it did and going in off is huge. Maybe Mark King might just believe finally he's going to get his day after that shot. Still got to do it, but sometimes you have to believe in small little omens. He was lucky there and he knew it. Well, awkward cueing. A straightish looking red. Well, there is a slight angle on it actually. And that helps a lot. The cue ball will come down towards the bottom left pocket. If the red goes in, he might be on the black. He has no choice but to go for this one either. Well, he played it really confidently as well. That is awesome cueing.
So Mark King back in.
Well, he played that one brilliantly as well. I was wondering about all the pace needed, whether his cue action would be a bit quick, but it was brilliantly played. Lots of moving parts here, but who wouldn't be? He's getting that cue through in a straight line.
Black puts him 27 in front. You would need the last red as well. To leave Barry Hawkins leading snookers. Well, a quarter of a century since he turned professional. It's been 12.5 years since his last ranking final. Is this the moment where he becomes a champion?
Well, it's not an easy shot. And of course, even though this would be leaving Barry needing snookers, he'd probably be happier when the colour went in. The red's in. He's not there yet. He knows it. He's got more to do. But there is 28 points in it.
These 7 points are invaluable to Mark King. Just eases the pressure a little bit. 35 in it, 27 on.
24.
But we saw from that last frame, things can happen. He knows that. He's got to keep cool.
It's 2 snookers to tie. Well, could be a big celebration coming up soon in the King family.
Yes, he's got to keep his discipline, hasn't he? And he will be there. A little puff of the cheeks. What moments these are for Mark King and his supporters.
Mark won't like where the green and brown are. That's a big target for snookers. But there are 2 to tie. And I think if he pots the yellow and he's on the green, that's the big target disturbed. And 3 snookers is going to be too many. 2 seems too many, but he can't celebrate yet. He knows it.
Oh, it was so close. So close to dropping. Anxious moments. He's got one hand on the trophy, but not both yet.
Yes, and he was 5-1 down, don't forget, this afternoon. Pulled something out of the wreckage by winning the 2 remaining frames of that session. And then powered on and on the next 4 of the evening. So he won 6 on the bounce, but it was never going to be as simple as that. Nothing ever is. But over the course of the day, he's made a couple of centuries and he's played the better of the 2. And if he wins, he thoroughly deserves it.
Yes, there'll be so many people in the game happy for him if he does. They know what a character he is, how hard he's worked, how long he's been around, full stop. The effort he's put in. Well, this needs to run.
2.
I'm amazed he's potted the yellow there. Maybe he had no other shot, but I can't believe he's potted it with the green and brown where they are. That's made Mark King an even bigger favourite.
Very nearly just snooking himself, didn't he?
Barry Hawkins, 2.
Yeah, 5-1 Hawkins was playing really well, and we were thinking 6-2, 7-1 maybe. Tough for King to come back, but Mark King came out playing great stuff early on tonight. Went 7-5 in front. Hawkins responded well after the interval. Somehow won that dramatic 16th frame to force this decider, but now he needs snookers. My word, he came close to getting a good one there.
Well, that was a good try also, but again, just falling short. Well, if this goes in the middle, then I think there's no way back at all. It's all over, and we might see some sort of reaction from Mark King. And I'll tell you what, no one deserves it more.
But the green refuses to go in.
Nothing's quite as easy as getting this match over with. It's got to drag on a bit, hasn't it, for that man before he can have his moment of glory. And what glory it would be.
Well, we've seen once again what a thrilling sport snooker is. Regardless, really, of who's playing, there's always a story, there's always a backstory. Mark King has got a fascinating one, in particular in this match. Hawkins, of course, has won 2 titles. Dearly still love a third. But he's the man in a snooker, and he's the man who needs snookers. King turning the screw.
Well, he can pot it. It's quite an acute angle. He'll drag it slowly. And he's got it. Now he can celebrate.
25 years a professional. It's been a long, hard slog. But he is about to get his hands on his first ranking trophy. And my word, he's done it the hard way. And he deserves to celebrate. His family are here. They're going to have a great night. There were some tears, I can tell you, in his eyes. It means the world to him. It means everything to him. Mark King is the champion in Belfast. One of the most dramatic finals you will ever see. And it's Mark King at the age of 42 who